So I've been listening to you for years and years, and when I fall back into doubt or looping, I'm so hard on myself for it, so it almost takes me longer.
Wait, you're not hard on yourself. What's happening is it's hard on you to not be with yourself. You're not hard on yourself. This is not a self-punishing mechanism. This is what it feels like to step away from who you really are. Ooh. And so there's no self-punishment to inflict. It's just for a moment you went back in time. For a moment you remembered something that happened before. For a moment you focused upon something that clashes with what you now know. You see, this is the thing. So we've been talking to you all for years and years, as you say, about contrast causes you to launch rockets of desire, which creates this vortex of creation where your inner being stands. And so your inner being is activated and flowing energy about all things that are important to you, some of which you're ready for now. Now, if we have ever given you the impression that we think you should be ready for all of it now, then we've given you the wrong impression, because that would be an avalanche of life experience that would be so overwhelming you'd jump off a bridge. But your inner being has the capacity to be focused upon all aspects of your desire. So it's active, and law of attraction is summoned to it. And so all of that creation is happening. It's gestating, ready for you to be ready. So the happier you are, the more you're ready for. Have you noticed that sometimes you're bored and you're ready for more activity, and sometimes you're overwhelmed and you're happy for less activity? There's no right or wrong to the way that you live your life. You've carved out the perfect vortex and you're adding to it all day, every day. And your inner being is holding that perfect vibration, just like you understand that your Father is doing for you on a specific subject. And flowing the knowing of that. Talk about a support group. Talk about a knowledge bank. Talk about a well-being bank. Talk about an inevitable, never-ending stream of well-being. And to differing degrees, you're ready to be ready. Some people, you see, aren't that ready. And they're miserable, and it's obvious. Some people, you see, are ready, and it's obvious because they're glowing, or because they're happy, or because they're performing, or because they're dancing, or because they're flying, or because they're whatevering. It's obvious, isn't it? It's obvious to see with anyone that you observe, especially if you are in alignment, if they're ready to be ready. And here's the thing that we want you to hear. You don't ever have to be, nor will you ever be able to be, ready for everything that's in your vortex. So therefore, we're just doing a little sales job so you won't be hard on yourself. And knowing that, we believe, will keep you from getting crossways, because getting crossways of that energy, especially for you, it's about having a vision of something and wanting to move faster to it than you are ready for. It would be like, you'll relate to this because you go to the movies. It would be like being in outer space, in weightlessness, and then coming back into your Earth's atmosphere and having to come slowly. It would be like deciding that you're going to go deep sea diving and going very slowly into the greater and greater depths, allowing your physiology to adjust to the different pressures and so forth. So sometimes you want to be ready for something that you're not ready for. And that's not ever going to happen. Law of attraction doesn't allow that to happen. But if you are satisfied with where you are and eager for more, then that's the formula for happily ever after.
Yes, I have this question that occurred to me this morning, this analogy, it's very quick, of I've had de-manifested millions and millions of dollars, and I still have a lot of money flowing in and out of my experience, obviously, but it feels like it's enough, or like a little bit more than enough. And so I keep feeling like almost like I'm just trying to get back to the point that I was, almost like when you get in a car accident, all of that effort and work is just to get your car back into the shape that it used to be. And I know that that analogy is not serving me.
Yeah.
And I'm really ready to let it go.
So here, let us give you something that will serve you. So ready to be ready to be ready to be ready. It's an interesting thing, because sometimes in a moment in time, you, for whatever reason, because of whatever confluence of vibrational alignment you were able to accomplish, maybe from the influence of others around you, you were ready for something to manifest that didn't stay in your experience. Well, you know the two analogies that we've given. It's understanding the difference between the gathering up of the physical fortune and understanding your vibrational currency. Because your vibrational currency has the potential of becoming whatever you want it to be. And so we know you know that attention to something that was that now isn't keeps you from being ready to be ready. It just does. And so what we've noticed with so many is that if you can focus upon your right now, access and receiving. Access meaning it's potentially there, receiving meaning you're ready for it. For the vibrational currency. That vibrational currency is what it's all about. Vibrational currency is you hooking into for the sake of this conversation, the bank account called source energy, or you hooking into the vibrational currency of your own inner being. So you just have to make that adjustment in your mind. Sometimes you make it awkwardly by saying things like, oh, well, you can't buy that sunset. There's not enough money in the world to buy that sunset, so I'm rich. And another part of your mind is saying, yeah, but you don't really feel that way. And so it's about finding some way of making those bridges. So we're asking something that's pretty interesting of you. We're asking you to hold a vision of what you want, but not put so much attention upon it that it messes you up in your connection now. That's the balance. And it's a balance that you accomplish most often, and occasionally you're not able to hold. It's all right. You're accomplishing it most of the time. Did you hear that? In light of what we've just been talking about, trying to move too fast to a manifestation that you are right now not a vibrational match to makes you feel uncomfortable. But may we emphasize to you in a way that you will really hear it. The time distance. How you doing out there? When we talk about ready to be ready to be ready to be ready to be ready, we're talking about your vibrational readiness. We're not talking about distance in time. And that vibrational readiness from ready to be all the way over there could be a day. It could be half an hour. We're not trying to get you to wait a long time for your manifestations. We're just wanting you to be ready for what you're ready for and find the satisfaction in what you're ready for. And the better you are at that, then the faster the other comes. But we don't want it to be about speed, because we don't want you to need to be over there to feel good. We want what's over here to be enough for you. How do you stand what feels like contradictions to you when we say you are the creator of your own reality, and then we say don't think too much about it because you've already thought about it and you've already put it into the vortex? When we say to you, you've already created your reality and it's a vibrational reality that you must be ready for in order to let it in, we like that you're getting that. And then today we're taking it further by saying what's manifesting is all that you are ready for. So you have to prepare your readiness. And the way to do that is not by working hard. It's not by thinking hard. It's not by trying hard. It's by not beating up on yourself. It's by giving yourself the benefit of the doubt. It's by looking for the positive aspects. It's by trying to find satisfaction where you are no matter what. It's by praising rather than criticizing every opportunity that you get. It's by looking for well-being everywhere you can see it, even though there might be an avalanche of it that seems it's coming at you that's not well-being. It's about being determined to find satisfaction in this moment. And once you've got that, the moments that you're going to have. Happily ever after. We've enjoyed this interaction. And you've learned nothing from us. We've enjoyed this interaction in a strong and new way, because in this gathering we felt you allow your natural momentum to increase with ease. It was steady, soft, gentle rediscovery of the alignment that is at the basis of that which you are. Sometimes you work too hard at accomplishing the things that you want. And sometimes in that struggle, you feel unworthy or on the wrong path, but you never ever are. Because no matter how you're feeling about where you are, one of two things is happening. Either you are exploring contrast and shoring up your desire, which is a really good thing, or you are in a state of aligning with your desire, which is a really good thing. It doesn't matter which part of the equation you are focused upon at any moment. It's all a really good thing. What we most wanted to discuss with you and watch you, feel you, find resonance with is that there's really nothing serious going on here. There is not risk or danger that you sometimes assign. There is just steady exploration and expansion of the spirit of love and well-being that you are. And you can tell when you are in any moment in time fulfilling your reason for being by the wonderful way that you feel. And you can feel when you're a little off course by the less than wonderful way that you feel. But in all of it, it is of advantage to all that is coming behind you. We just want it to be advantage to you right here and now. You see, you could not hear any of this. You don't need to know about law of attraction any more than you need to know about gravity in order to experience the effect of it. If someone didn't teach you, and they didn't, you didn't go to an early class about gravity so that you wouldn't fly away on your way to school. It's something that just is, and you don't need to know about law of attraction in order for law of attraction to affect every moment of every day and to affect every vibration that leads to every vibration that leads to every thought that leads to everything. You don't need to know about it because it is teaching itself to you by what's coming to you. So it's a wonderful thing to now hear some of the roots of who you are and some of the roots and basics of the laws of the universe in order to understand why what is happening to you or to anyone else. After a little while, you begin to understand that you can contour vibration in order to achieve anything that you want. But we want to bring you back to, and we believe that it has happened here today, to the understanding that no matter what it is that is on your list of things that you want to accomplish, no matter what the goal is, whether it's a material object or a relationship or a state of being or a pile of money or being a leader of something, every single thing that you want or have ever wanted or ever will want or anybody else too, is because you believe in the accomplishment of that, you will feel better. So as you show yourself right here and now, where all of your power is, your ability to feel better, because you have the ability to look at whatever it is you're looking at through the eyes of the source within you. And when you do, you will feel better. And also, not only will you feel better, which means you've achieved your biggest goal, you will feel better, which means you've achieved your biggest goal. You will have connected to who you really are. And now you take all of that forward into the satisfying unfolding. Nothing is more exciting than to realize your power and worthiness and to define through your own format the things that matter to you. Focus your powerful mind in the direction of them and then watch the cooperative universe bring about the very things that you are thinking about. That's true empowerment. And it's the only way that you will ever be happy. Nothing less than that will do for you. There is so much love for you here and so much appreciation of the well-being that you are acknowledging and so much eager anticipation of the ready that you are ready and the ready that you are ready and the ready that you are ready. There is great love here for you and for now and only for now. We are complete.